Good morning, friends. Today's video, we are going to proceed towards the autosomal and sex-linked inheritance. Firstly, we shall see what are the autosomes. Human being or in the human somatic cell, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. Means there are 46 chromosomes. These chromosomes, these are divided into two categories, autosomes and sex chromosomes. Out of these, 22 pairs, these are autosomes, and one pair, these are sex chromosomes. Here, human somatic cell or human body cell, it has 23 pairs of chromosomes. These 23 pairs are functionally divided into two categories. 22 pairs are called autosomes and one pair is called sex chromosomes. A single pair of chromosomes is involved in sex determination. So this pair of chromosomes, it is involved in the sex determination of organism. So these are called sex chromosomes. Remaining 22 pairs, these are responsible for the body characters other than the sex, and these are called autosomes. Autosomes control a variety of traits. Autosomes control or determine the variety of traits other than the sex. Transmission of body characters other than the sex from parents to offspring, these are called, or this is called autosomal inheritance. So here there are two categories of chromosomes: autosomes, which are containing the genes responsible for body characters. There is a single pair of genes which are containing the genes which are responsible for determination of a sex. So these are called sex chromosomes. Autosomes and sex chromosomes. Here you can see that transmission of body characters other than the sex-linked traits from parents to the offspring, this is called autosomal inheritance. Then some characters, these are influenced or these are determined by dominant genes, and some are determined by recessive genes which are present on the autosomes. Now we are mainly concerned with the autosomal inheritance, means transmission of characters from one generation to the next generation through autosomes. Some characters are influenced or determined by dominant genes, and some characters are determined or influenced by recessive genes which are present on the autosomes. Autosomal dominant traits, which traits are determined by these genes which are present on the autosomes. First is widow's peak and second is Huntington disease. Autosomal recessive traits, these are autosomal dominant traits. These are autosomal recessive traits. Autosomal recessive traits are phenylketonuria, cystic fibrosis and sickle cell anemia. We shall see the details of some of these. The first one, this is widow's peak. This is autosomal dominant. Here on the autosomes there are dominant genes, and these dominant genes are determining some characters. This is called autosomal dominant. The first example is widow's peak. Then we shall see what do you mean by this. A prominent V-shaped hairline. This is a V-shaped hairline. V-shaped hairline on forehead is described as widow's peak. If this type of hairline is present, if V-shaped hairline is present, this is called as a widow's peak. This character is determined by autosomal dominant genes. Means dominant genes which are present on the autosomes. So these dominant genes, they are determining this character. Widow's peak occurs in homozygous condition, means capital W, capital W. This character is determined by capital W character. If suppose capital W, capital W both are present, then it is there is a widow's peak. Individuals having heterozygous condition, capital W, small w, if these are present, there is also widow's peak. Means this capital W determines this widow's peak character. Individuals with homozygous recessive condition, means if both are small w and small w, at this time there is a straight hairline. There is no widow's peak. There is a straight hairline. Individuals with homozygous recessive, that is small w genotype, have a straight hairline. This is a straight hairline. No widow's peak. Both male and female have equal chances of this type of inheritance. Means this type of character, it is observed in case of males and females both. Then we shall see once again. Widow's peak, if this is autosomal dominant, this character, widow's peak means there is a V-shaped hairline on the forehead. This character is determined by autosomal or dominant genes which are present on the autosomes. Widow's peak occurs in the homozygous condition or homozygous dominant, that is capital W, capital W. This also occurs in heterozygous, that is capital W, small w, as there is a capital W gene, as there is a dominant gene, and that's why widow's peak character appears. If suppose both W genes are recessive, small w, at this time there is a straight hairline, and means there is a no widow's peak. Both male and female, they are having equal chances of this type of inheritance. This is called widow's peak. The next, autosomal recessive. Just now we have seen autosomal dominant. Means dominant genes which are present on the autosome, they are determining the characters. But now we are going to see the recessive genes which are present on the autosomes, they determine certain characters. For example, here first one is phenylketonuria. This is autosomal recessive character. This is determined by recessive genes which are present on the autosomes. This is inborn metabolic disorder caused due to recessive autosomal genes. If there are recessive genes, at this time, this metabolic disorder, it occurs in the organism, in the human being. Recessive genes are present in the homozygous condition. Here, these recessive genes, these are present in the homozygous condition. Means, suppose if capital P is present, this is dominant. If small p are present, this is homozygous recessive. This is recessive. If this condition is present, at this time, this metabolic disorder occurs in the human being. Then what happens due to this? If homozygous condition is present, you can see that these small p genes, they are producing, or they are, phenyl recessive genes are present in the homozygous condition. Enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. Then we shall see what is the use of this enzyme. Phenylalanine. This is an amino acid. This amino acid, it is converted into tyrosine. But for the conversion of phenylalanine into the tyrosine, enzyme is required, and this enzyme is known as phenylalanine hydroxylase. In the normal organism, phenylalanine is converted into tyrosine in presence of enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase. If suppose this gene is present in the recessive condition, recessive homozygous condition, at this time this enzyme is not produced. Phenylalanine hydroxylase, it is not produced, and that's why here this reaction does not occur. And that's why phenylalanine, it is accumulated in the blood. You see it once again. Phen recessive genes are present in the homozygous condition, that is small p. Enzyme phenylalanine hydroxylase is not produced. And that's why due to this phenylalanine, it is not converted into the tyrosine. As a result, phenylalanine and its derivatives, these are accumulated in the blood and in the cerebrospinal fluid. Then we shall see what happens afterwards. This accumulation, this is known as phenylalanine anemia. There's a short form, phenylalanine anemia. Means phenylalanine anemia. This occurs because of the accumulation of phenylalanine in the blood and cerebrospinal fluid. Then because of this, what happens? Affected babies are normal in the beginning. The babies in which this disorder occurs, these babies are normal in the beginning, but after few weeks, there is a sharp rise in the content of phenylalanine, 30 to 50 times rise in the level of phenylalanine. Because of this, what happens? It affects development of brain. Brain development is affected because of this disorder, and this causes mental retardation. Brain is not working properly. There is a mental retardation. Excess phenylalanine, it is excreted through the urine. Other symptoms of this disorder are decreased pigmentation of hair and skin. Means these are the disorders. These are caused because of this excess amount of phenylalanine. Accumulation of phenylalanine, this is called as phenylalanine anemia. Affected babies are normal in the beginning, but after few weeks, there is a sharp rise in the level of this phenylalanine, 30 to 50 times. As a result, affected babies, or it affects the development of brain of the babies, and this causes the mental retardation. Other symptoms of this disorder, these are the decreased pigmentation. There is depigmentation of hair and skin. Here, this is about the inheritance due to the genes present on the autosomes. This is autosomal inheritance. Now we are proceeding towards the sex-linked inheritance. Genes which are located on non-homologous region of X chromosome, these are called sex-linked genes. Here we know that there are 6 chromosomes. This is X chromosome and this is Y chromosome, X and Y. Here you can see these two regions, these are homologous regions. This is a homologous region of X chromosome, homologous region of Y chromosome. Homologous region means these are having similar genes. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी समजा कॅपिटल ए असेल, या ठिकाणी स्मॉल ए असेल, समजा या ठिकाणी स्मॉल बी असेल, या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल बी असेल. म्हणजे हे जे जीन्स असतात याच्यावरती सिमिलर असतात, म्हणून याला म्हणायचं होमोलोगस रिजन. आता या ठिकाणी पहा, दिस इज एक्स क्रोमोझोम. या ठिकाणी समजा एक्स जीन आहे, या ठिकाणी वाय जीन आहे, या ठिकाणी झेड जीन आहे. तर हे जीन्स या ठिकाणी नसतात, या ठिकाणी दुसराच कुठला तरी अल्फा असेल. मीन्स these regions are non-homologous regions. This is the non-homologous region of X chromosome. This is the non-homologous region of Y chromosome. Here, genes which are present on the non-homologous region of the X chromosome or the sex chromosome, these are called sex-linked genes. Here you can see that ZYX or XYZ and this alpha, all these genes are called as the sex-linked genes. Genes which are present on the non-homologous region of sex chromosomes. The traits, these are determined by sex-linked genes. These are called sex-linked traits. It means that X gene, Y gene आणि Z gene किंवा अल्फा जीन या जीन्समुळे जे कॅरेक्टर्स डिटरमाइन होतात, all these characters or this inheritance, this is called as, or these genes are called sex-linked genes, and inheritance or these are called determining the sex-linked traits. The traits these are determined by sex-linked genes are called sex-linked traits. Inheritance of sex-linked genes from parents to offspring, this is called as sex-linked inheritance. म्हणजे या सेक्स क्रोमोझोम मुळे जे कॅरेक्टर्स ट्रान्समिट होतात पेरेंट्स टू ऑफस्प्रिंग, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज सेक्स लिंक्ड इनहेरिटन्स. देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ सेक्स लिंक्ड जीन्स. एक्स लिंक्ड जीन्स म्हणजे हे तीन, वाय लिंक्ड जीन्स म्हणजे हा जीन. जीन्स विच आर प्रेझेंट ऑन दी नॉन होमोलस रिजन ऑफ सेक्स क्रोमोझोम्स, these are or their transmission, this is called as sex linked inheritance. Then we shall see the examples. X linked genes. X linked genes, just now we have seen that these are present on the non homologous region of X chromosome. या ठिकाणी जे जीन्स आहेत X, Y, Z, these genes, X linked genes, are located on non-homologous region of X chromosome. These genes do not have corresponding allele on Y chromosome. हा समजा Y chromosome. तर या Y chromosome वरती या जीन्सला करस्पॉन्डिंग अलील नाही. करस्पॉन्डिंग अलील म्हणजे समजा या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल एक्स असेल तर या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स असेल, कॅपिटल वाय असेल तर या ठिकाणी स्मॉल वाय असेल, स्मॉल झेड इथे कॅपिटल झेड आहे तर स्मॉल झेड असेल, याला म्हणायचं करस्पॉन्डिंग आलील. तर हे करस्पॉन्डिंग आलील याच्यावरती नसतात, कारण these are non-homologous regions. These genes do not have corresponding alleles on the Y chromosome. The genes which are present on the non-homologous region of the X chromosome, they do not have corresponding alleles on the Y chromosome. Female has two X chromosomes. If suppose there is a female, if suppose this is a male, male is having one X and one Y chromosome. In case of female, both are X chromosomes. This is X and this is X. Female has two X chromosomes. In the female, two recessive genes, two recessive sex-linked genes are required for expression of sex-linked traits. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी समजा या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स आहे तर या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स असायला पाहिजे, तरच ते दे आर डिटरमाइनिंग द कॅरेक्टर. समजा या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स आहे आणि या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल एक्स आहे, दे आर नॉट डिटरमाइनिंग धिस कॅरेक्टर, बिकॉज हिअर यू कॅन सी दॅट धिस इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ ए कॅरेक्टर. इन द फिमेल टू रिसेसिव्ह सेक्स लिंक्ड जीन्स, दोन्ही रिसेसिव्ह असायला पाहिजे, these are required for expression of sex linked traits. Here, if one X chromosome carries a recessive gene for sex linked trait, its effect is suppressed by the other dominant gene on the other X chromosome. समजा या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स आणि स्मॉल इथं कॅपिटल एक्स आहे, दोन्ही एक्स क्रोमोझोम या ठिकाणी फिमेल मध्ये आहेत, स्मॉल एक्स अँड कॅपिटल एक्स. दिस कॅपिटल एक्स suppresses this small x. This capital X suppresses this small x. The female with one recessive gene, these are the carriers. मग याला काय म्हणायचं, कॅरियर म्हणायचं. म्हणजे ही फिमेल आहे, दोन एक्स क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, एक स्मॉल एक्स आहे, स्मॉल एक्स जीन आहे, एक कॅपिटल एक्स जीन आहे. कॅपिटल एक्स जीन सप्रेसेस दिस स्मॉल एक्स जीन, म्हणून याला म्हणायचं कॅरियर. कॅरियर फिमेल, इट इज फिजिकली नॉर्मल, ही दिसायला नॉर्मल असते, बट दिस डज नॉट सफर फ्रॉम डिसऑर्डर. तर या फिमेलमध्ये अशा कोणत्याही प्रकारची डिसऑर्डर तुम्हाला आढळणार नाही. द मेल हॅज वन एक्स क्रोमोझोम, हा मेलमध्ये एक एक्स क्रोमोझोम, एक वाय क्रोमोझोम. इफ एक्स क्रोमोझोम कॅरीज एक्स लिंक्ड रिसेसिव्ह जीन, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी जर समजा स्मॉल एक्स असेल, इफ एक्स क्रोमोझोम कॅरीज दी recessive gene for sex linked trait, then it is expressed. या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स एक असेल तर एक्सप्रेस होत नाही, या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एक्स आहे, कारण याला करस्पॉन्डिंग आली कॅपिटल एक्स या ठिकाणी नाही, देर इज नो करस्पॉन्डिंग आली, त्यामुळं हा स्मॉल एक्स दिस इज एक्सप्रेस्ड. म्हणजे याच्यामुळे कॅरेक्टर एक तयार होईल किंवा एक्सप्रेस होईल. सो एक्स क्रोमोझोम कॅरीज एक्स लिंक्ड रिसेसिव्ह जीन फॉर सेक्स लिंक्ड ट्रेट, then it is expressed phenotypically. This is because there is no dominant gene ऑन वाय क्रोमोझोम. तर या ठिकाणी हा एक्सप्रेस का होतो, तर याला सप्रेस करण्यासाठी कॅपिटल वाय जीन ह्या वाय क्रोमोझोमवरती नाही. देअरफॉर सेक्स लिंक्ड एक्स लिंक्ड ट्रेट्स अपीअर मोर फ्रिक्वेंटली इन मेल. त्यामुळं मेल्समध्ये हे कॅरेक्टर जास्त एक्सप्रेस होतात, फिमेल्समध्ये ते कमी एक्सप्रेस होतात. एक्झाम्पल्स ऑफ एक्स लिंक्ड ट्रेट्स आर हिमोफिलिया, color blindness, night blindness, and myopia. These are the disorders caused due to the recessive allele, recessive genes present on the sex chromosomes. Then we shall see the examples of this. The first example is color blindness. Color blindness means the organism which human being which is having color blindness, he cannot distinguish between red and green color. This is called as color blindness. He cannot distinguish the colors. Color blindness is X-linked recessive disorder. म्हणजे या X क्रोमोझोमवरती हा जीन आहे. This is the X chromosome. On this X chromosome, this gene is present, that is small c. Color blindness is X-linked disorder where person is unable to distinguish between red and green color. This is caused due to recessive X-linked gene. This is small c gene, which prevents the formation of sensitive cells. The sensitive cells are present in our eyes, which can distinguish red and green color. There is no formation. If suppose there is small c is present, this c gene is present in the recessive condition, there is prevention of formation of color sensitive cells in the retina of eyes. Thus, genotype of male and female individuals can be represented as B. आता या ठिकाणी here there is a male. आता हा X क्रोमोझोम आहे, याच्यावरती कॅपिटल C आहे. That's why this is normal. स्मॉल c असेल मेल मध्ये तर त्या ठिकाणी कलर ब्लाइंड. कॅपिटल C असेल दिस इज नॉर्मल. या ठिकाणी स्मॉल c आहे, स्मॉल c आहे. या वाय मध्ये हा सी जीन नसतो. स्मॉल सी असल्यामुळं दिस इज अ रिसेसिव्ह, दिस इज एक्सप्रेस्ड अँड दॅट्स वाय द मेल इज कलर ब्लाइंड. देन इफ यू सी द फिमेल, इन केस ऑफ फिमेल both the genes are capital C. That's why this is normal. या ठिकाणी both the genes are small c, both the genes are recessive. At this time this female is color blind. आता या ठिकाणी पहा X capital C आणि small c दोन्ही आहे. Capital C or this dominant gene suppresses the small c. That's why this organism is normal, but this is carrier. हा carrier because this character is transferred to the next generation. Male capital C is present, color blind, small c is present. Female capital C, this is normal. Color blind, small c, both the genes are expressed. Carrier capital C, small c. Capital C suppresses the small c. That's why this carrier female is phenotypically normal, but this is carrier. Then we shall see the example of this. The marriage between color blind male, this is a color blind male, with the normal female. You can see color blind male means X plus small c, X small c. स्मॉल c असेल तरच एक्सप्रेस होतो मेल मध्ये. या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल Y आहे, कॅपिटल Y वरती तो जीन नसतो. फिमेल मध्ये नॉर्मल फिमेल मध्ये कॅपिटल C, X क्रोमोझोम वरती कॅपिटल C. दॅट्स वाय फिमेल इज नॉर्मल. आता पुढे काय होतं, वेन कलर ब्लाइंड मेल, कलर ब्लाइंड पर्सन marries with the normal female, then what will happen? You can see here, these are the genotypes. Then this male will produce two types of gametes. This chromosome will go to one gamete, Y chromosome will go to the another gamete. When this gamete is formed, it contains capital C, small c. This gamete contains capital Y, Y chromosome. When this normal female forms the gametes, it will contain X chromosome containing capital C, X chromosome containing capital C. Then after that, when this male gamete fuses with this female gamete, there is X capital C small c. या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल सी स्मॉल सी आहे. ही दोन्ही एक्स क्रोमोझोम आहे म्हणजे ती फिमेल आहे. या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल सी आहे म्हणजे आणि स्मॉल सी पण आहे. दिस इज नॉर्मल बट दिस इज कॅरियर. दिस आर द कॅरियर डॉटर्स. म्हणजे या प्रकारचे दोन तयार होतात. देन इफ सपोज दिस वाय गॅमेट or this gamete containing Y chromosome, it fuses with the X chromosome containing capital C. You can see that these are the normal sons. म्हणजे या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल सी आहे, कॅपिटल सी आहे आणि वाय वरती कोणत्याही प्रकारचा जीन नाही. सो these are the normal sons. This is the example of this type. Then second type of inheritance, it is hemophilia. This is called bleeder's disease. In case of hemophilia, what happens? If suppose there is a small cut on the skin or on the body, blood continue flows. Blood does not coagulate, and that's why this is called as a bleeder's disease. Hemophilia is called as a royal disease because this disease was occurred with Rajagharani. This was occurred in the royal families of England, Germany, Russia and Spain in the 19th century. So this type of disorder, this type of bleeder's disease, this was occurred in the royal families of England, Germany, Russia and Spain in the 19th century. Queen Victoria of England was carrier for hemophilia. Queen Victoria ही normal होती, but she was carrier for hemophilia. Carrier आपण आताच पाहिजे. She passed the trait. हा हिमोफिलिया जो कॅरेक्टर आहे, दिस वॉज पास्ड टू द 3 sons out of 9 sons. She had 9 sons. Out of these 3 sons, they were having this hemophilia. Means she passed, because she is a carrier, she passed this hemophilia disorder to the 3 sons out of 9 sons. Hemophilia is X-linked recessive disorder. आपण आताच पाहिजे. ह्याच्या अगोदर कलर ब्लाइंडनेस सुद्धा X-linked recessive disorder होते. Hemophilia is also X-linked recessive disorder in which blood does not clot or blood does not coagulate and there is continuous flow of the blood. This results into the death of organism. The genes for normal clotting are dominant over the recessive gene. जर dominant genes असतील तर ते नॉर्मल क्लॉटिंग आहे. पण जर रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स असतील, रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स आर एक्सप्रेस्ड, द रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स जर असतील तर त्या ठिकाणी हिमोफिलिया ही डिसऑर्डर तुम्हाला आढळेल. द पर्सन हॅव्हिंग रिसेसिव्ह जीन फॉर हिमोफिलिया, हिमोफिलियाचे जे रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स असतील तर इन धिस ऑर्गॅनिझम और दिस ऑर्गॅनिझम इज डिफिशियंट इन क्लॉटिंग फॅक्टर्स. क्लॉटिंग फॅक्टर्स कोणते? 8 and 9 in the blood. If recessive genes are present, these 2 factors are absent in the blood, and that's why clotting does not occur. There is a continuous flow of the blood. Even minor injuries cause a continuous bleeding. लहान जर जखम झाली तर blood हे continue flow होतं, and that's why this is called as a bleeder's disease. The recessive gene for hemophilia is located on non-homologous region of X chromosome. हा X chromosome आहे, हा Y chromosome आहे. This is a non-homologous region of this X chromosome. This is a non-homologous region of Y chromosome. So recessive gene for hemophilia is located on non-homologous region of X chromosome, as there is no corresponding allele on Y chromosome. आता या ठिकाणी समजा हिमोफिलियाचा कॅपिटल H आहे, तर या ठिकाणी स्मॉल एच कॅपिटल एच असं काहीच नाही. त्याचं करस्पॉन्डिंग आली या वाय क्रोमोझोमवरती नसतोच, बिकॉज दीज आर नॉन होमोलॉगस रिजन्स. ॲज देर इज नो करस्पॉन्डिंग allele on Y chromosome to suppress its expression, men suffer from this disease. हा मॅन आहे. हिअर X क्रोमोझोम आणि Y क्रोमोझोम मध्ये दिस इज मेल. याच्या नॉन होमोलॉगस रिजनवरती हा जीन आहे. इट इज दिस the small h, this gene आहे. this h ला या ठिकाणी करस्पॉन्डिंग allele नाही. That's why this h is expressed. Women suffer only when both the X chromosomes have recessive genes. आता हा मेल झाला, म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये हिमोफिलिया आहे, स्मॉल एच आहे. जर ह्युमन फिमेल असेल तर ह्युमन फिमेल हॅज both X chromosomes. This is a female. High X chromosome and this is X chromosome. Both are having small h and small h. Both are having recessive genes. Women suffer only when X chromosomes have recessive genes or recessive alleles. मेल मध्ये एक X एक Y. याच्यावरती स्मॉल h आहे म्हणून हा एक्सप्रेस होतो, म्हणजे हिमोफिलिया होतो. फिमेल्स मध्ये दोन X क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, दोन्हीवरती स्मॉल h आहे. बोथ आर प्रेझेंट इन द रिसेसिव्ह कंडिशन. दॅट्स वाय देर इज हिमोफिलिया. Then we shall see the genotypes of the different types of organisms. समजा हा मेल आहे, suppose this is a male. If this male has X and Y chromosome, X chromosome has capital H, हा dominant आहे, and that's why this organism is normal. Capital H असल्यामुळे हा नॉर्मल आहे. दुसरं एक्झाम्पल, हा X क्रोमोझोम आहे, याच्यावरती स्मॉल h आहे. स्मॉल h ला सप्रेस करण्यासाठी Y वरती कोणताही अलेल नाही. दॅट्स वाय दिस इज हिमोफिलिक. मीन्स दिस रिसेसिव्ह जीन इज एक्सप्रेस्ड इन द केस ऑफ ह्युमन बीइंग. आता फिमेलमध्ये पहा, दोन X क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, दोन्हीवरती कॅपिटल H जीन्स आहेत, अँड दॅट्स वाय फिमेल इज नॉर्मल. दुसरं एक्झाम्पल, दोन X क्रोमोझोम, फिमेलमध्ये दोन X क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, स्मॉल h, बोथ द जीन्स आर रिसेसिव्ह. Recessive genes are in the homozygous condition, and that's why this female is hemophilic. याच्यामध्ये हिमोफिलिया म्हणजे या ठिकाणी हे जे जीन्स आहेत, रिसेसिव्ह जीन्स आहेत, these are expressed. या ठिकाणी एक्सप्रेस, दिस इज ऑल्सो एक्सप्रेस्ड इन द मेल. आता या ठिकाणी पहा, कॅपिटल H आहे, स्मॉल h आहे. स्मॉल h जरी असला, दिस इज सप्रेस्ड बाय दिस कॅपिटल H. दॅट्स वाय दिस फिमेल इज नॉर्मल, but she is carrier. Normal जरी असली, but she carries this recessive gene for hemophilia in the next generation. Like color blindness, hemophilia also show criss-cross inheritance. Criss-cross inheritance means, I shall tell you after this example. Then we shall see the example of this. Marriage between hemophilic male and normal. Hemophilic male हा मेल आहे, मेल मध्ये X क्रोमोझोम आणि Y क्रोमोझोम आहे. या X वरती स्मॉल h आहे. दिस इज प्रेझेंट इन द रिसेसिव्ह कंडिशन. दॅट्स वाय दिस इज हिमोफिलिक. ही मॅरेज विथ द नॉर्मल फिमेल. नॉर्मल फिमेल म्हणजे काय, दोन X क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, दोन्हीवरती कॅपिटल H आहे. शी इज नॉट अ कॅरियर, शी इज नॉर्मल. And when she is normal, there are two dominant genes. If suppose it forms the gamete, male's example, high X chromosome या gamete मध्ये गेला, it is having small h, Y chromosome दुसऱ्या gamete मध्ये, X capital H, X capital H. तर असे चार प्रकारचे गॅमेट्स तयार झाले. हे जर दोन मेल गॅमेट्स आणि दोन फिमेल गॅमेट्स, if these gametes are fused together, you can see these types of organisms are produced. आता पहिले एक्झाम्पल पाहूया. If you see this example, X capital H, एक capital H, small h, म्हणजे या ठिकाणी X capital H इथून आला, X small h इथून आला. आता या ठिकाणी कॅपिटल H आणि स्मॉल h आहे. कॅपिटल H आहे म्हणजे नॉर्मल, पण स्मॉल h आहे म्हणजे कॅरियर आहे. दोन्ही एक साईज म्हणून दिस इज ए फिमेल. सो दिस इज ए कॅरियर डॉटर. तर अशा प्रकारच्या 50% कॅरियर डॉटर्स तयार होतात. या ठिकाणी पहा, नॉर्मल सन्स, X कॅपिटल H आहे म्हणून दिस इज नॉर्मल, X कॅपिटल H आहे म्हणून दिस इज नॉर्मल, X आणि Y क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, दॅट्स वाय दिस इज सन. X आणि Y क्रोमोझोम्स आहेत, दॅट्स वाय दिस इज सन. Means in this example or in this marriage, carrier daughters are 50%. There is no normal daughter, but they are carriers. normal sons are 50%. The marriage between hemophilic male and normal female, you will get 50% carrier daughters and 50% normal sons. So result, 50% carrier daughters and 50% normal sons. In this case, you will see that there is a crisscross inheritance. We shall see the meaning of this one. Crisscross inheritance means character from a male, human male. This is transferred, this character, this is a female. If they are producing males and females, this is female and this is male. Suppose there is a marriage, they will produce female and male, daughter and sons. In this daughter, this character of the male is not observed. This is a male. याचं कॅरेक्टर या फिमेल मध्ये येत नाही, येतं पण ते सप्रेस्ड असतं, बट इट इज ऑब्झर्व्ड. आता समजा this female marriage with the another male, तर त्यापासून जे सन्स तयार होतात, this character is transferred to this. Means character is, this character, a particular character is transferred from a human male to grandson. या daughter through grandson मध्ये तो character येतो. This is called as criss-cross inheritance. So this is about the autosomal inheritance and sex linked inheritance. मित्रांनो, आपणास जर हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेलच तर कृपया शेअर करा, लाईक करा आणि सबस्क्राईब करा. धन्यवाद.